Good afternoon, my lovelies, and welcome to Launch Hour on VO Ultimate FM. It's another beautiful Tuesday afternoon, the 18th day of January 2022, and we're so happy to be here again. My name is Mercy Carter, your host for the program, as usual, and with me are my I'll not say distinguished today, my lovely co-host.
Good afternoon, I'm Linda Alabi Damilola Lovett.
And my name remains Anna Sovenashus Arinzi.
Must you smile like you always act like, oh, my smile is the finest, so I must smile and show everybody that I'm beefing you. Yes. All right, do well to join us live on Facebook at Ultimate FM, like our page, to get notified anytime we're live to be part of all our programs. You can also listen to us live via our website at www.bioradiofm.com. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at official Ultimate FM and YouTube at Ultimate FM. So today we have a couple of, banging gists, trending gists for you. And of course, our hot topic is right there also to discuss. But then all that will come up after the short commercial break, so don't go anywhere.
Yes, yes, yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. Do you need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun? Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to capital of, nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081 687 09103, 090 416 26640, and 091 374 23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
You're listening to the best radio station on the planet. The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
View Radio.
View Radio.
View Radio.
View Radio. View Radio FM. We are the best.
One day, come on, leave this radio for me now. I enjoy this View Radio.
Hey, gida leave him for me for View Radio. Wallahi, me I enjoy them for me. Haji ko na gode.
Hello. Give me the full volume of this FM. I'm enjoying this View Radio.
Alright, welcome back to Launch Hour this afternoon on VO Ultimate FM. Don't forget that you can join us live on Facebook at Ultimate FM and like our page to get notified anytime we're live to be part of all our programs. Now, so yesterday I began with asking a question, asking for the opinion of our, listeners and viewers about a particular issue that we discussed of how a man went abroad, left his wife for 12 years, and the woman now is looking for a way out because the man is threatening to sue her if she goes ahead with what she wants to do. So today I'll be starting again with another thoughts, striking conversation. So it's not necessary, it's not really like a gist, but it's just something I came across, something that a Twitter user put out there. So I just wanted to discuss it, and of course we'll need comments as usual from our listeners, so everybody should just listen. So this is what the man said. He said, even if a woman is paying for a date, she should always give the man her money beforehand. That way he wrote the he in capital letter, that way he can appear to be paying for the dates. This is literally basic manners, and the fact that some of you don't know this is sad. Some of the women got your men out here looking weak, again in capital letter. Now my question is it wrong for a woman and a man to go out? A lady and a guy, they go out, and the lady chooses to pay for the date. not necessarily because the man doesn't have the money to pay, but just because
They feel like
she
it's
just
their responsibility.
not even responsible, out of courtesy or just out of let me just pay, There, I don't think there's any rule that states that a man should always be the one to pay if you guys go out, especially if it's a mutual outing. Probably not him asking you, oh, let's go out. Probably you guys are just like really cool and both of you just agree, okay, let's go out today. It's an agreement between you guys, so you obviously know that, okay, I'm going out, so you actually just carry money with the intention that, okay, I'm going to pay for this date today. So even if the man wants to pay, like, oh, don't worry. Or it could also be in a situation where he doesn't have and you choose that you're going to pay. Now, is it a necessity? That is my question, because that is exactly what this post is insinuating. Is it a necessity for the woman to now give the man the money and say, okay, since you are the man, according to what he said, that's why he put the he in capital letter, to emphasize that as a man, it is the man's right to pay. So even if you are the one that is bringing money, you should give the man the money. You understand? Like, so people will not know that you are the one paying. So I want to ask for our opinion. I want us to talk about this.
I don't see anything wrong in that. I don't see anything wrong in that.
No,
if
in
as
what?
A lady,
okay.
If as a lady you choose to pay for the dinner date or whatever date,
yeah,
it's not wrong. But if in another case, if the man in question maybe informs you that he is not he's not
buoyant,
financial, that today, babe, I'm not that, you might want to, okay, this the car, I have cash on me, and maybe if you want to give him beforehand, that one too is not bad. But paying in for the date, maybe in the same maybe in the eatery or something, there's no, me, I don't see anything wrong in that.
Okay, let me hear from you, Arinze.
All right, that was why I asked you. First of all, good afternoon, listeners, and good afternoon to our fans. That was why I asked you. I said rather that some people feel that it is obligatory for men to pay for everything, both dinner dates, outings, and everything. But it is not so. We men, not women. We men.
Okay.
We men. We are sometimes clamoring that we need a wife or a girlfriend or a spouse per se that can go out with us, maybe foot the bill by themselves, and we say like, this is the kind of babe I want. But most times, for you to take your spouse out, let me not put girlfriend or wife, for you to take your spouse out, and then she's giving you the money, and you wholeheartedly accepted, so that it will show that you are the one that paid for the date. It is uncalled for. Thank you. For me, at least you should give her the leverage, the respect, to show that yes, what a woman can do, a woman can also do it very well. You understand? I'm not someone that will come out and say yes, it is good for you. Like I have my brother, my cousin. Each time he goes out with his girlfriend, in fact, he uses it to make other girls jealous. From home, he will give the girl the money. The money, say, after spending, you can pay. Or if the girl said, no, I don't want to hold cash, he will make the transfer to her account.
And then she uses her card. You know that kind of thing, big girl things.
Jealous, and it will make other girls feel cheap. I'm sorry I said that. But it's somehow that every time you go out with your spouse is always the one paying. I mean, in the side of the guys, your guy is always the one paying for dinner night, paying for snacks, even paying for 10 naira something that people bought. It happens. If you can go out with someone, a girl in particular, you will pay for the smallest thing. Even if you are buying a card of 110 naira, you said you have 100 naira. To see as you don't have small 10 naira. You understand? So it goes a long way, at least to appreciate your guy for being there for you or anything. Just no matter how small it is, okay, you can, even if you don't have the full money, you can support. Even if you can't, maybe you people spend like 5K, you can support with 500 or 1,000. Yes, at least. And some people would think that there's something you gain. One thing you gain from it is respect. Your guy will definitely respect you. Or let's say the guy no get sense. Seriously, the guy, if you go out with your spouse, your guy, and you pay for whatever you people ate or bought, believe me, the guy will definitely respect you. He will not be like, she be that girl, if I call her to take her out now, she will be buying things that she doesn't need. You will gain respect. Each time he wants to take you out, you feel like maybe she's going to support me. Even if at the latter end you did not, he will know that you have been doing it before. So it gives him a sense of reasoning, and also a sense of peace that if I go out with my babe or my girl, that she's going to end up maybe paying or maybe not. So it is not an obligation for guys to always pay for things.
Yeah.
That's just
You know what I actually got from this post is someone talking from a part of I want to call it low self-esteem.
Yeah.
Because it is only a man that does not feel confident in the fact that he's a man that would say, okay, so you are making me feel weak.
Sheep.
You are
Or
making
sheep.
that was the statement he made, making men look weak
doesn't
because
make
you are
anybody
paying.
feel
It doesn't
weak.
make anybody look weak. You know,
it doesn't take anything from me as a man.
Exactly,
Nothing,
exactly.
nothing.
I've gone out with people, not necessarily someone I'm in a relationship with, but just a friend, and we go out like nobody says who is paying. I can just get my card and pay.
Please, I need this kind of girl that will take me out and pay.
No.
I'll not even collect the money from you. I'll tell you, babe,
You know, the fact that he said, the fact that he said you're making his basic manners that everybody should know. I'm like, me, I don't know that kind
There's
of
nothing
manners.
like manners.
There's nothing like manners.
My teacher did
because-
not teach me that.
Yeah, because
sorry, this maybe the angle he chooses word, or I don't know. I didn't mean maybe you are married, for example. You are married, maybe they are married, and maybe your maybe his dad asks for a financial support, and him as a man is not having. Then the wife decided to maybe the wife is having he has the cash at the right time, giving the man, giving you maybe you will give it to the man
To go and give your father-in-law.
I mean
that's a different scenario altogether.
no, that was what I'm saying. That was what
Happened.
he
was
talking about is another, but this
but
does not
looking at that angle too.
Yes.
Looking at that angle too.
Yes.
If my dad needs financial support, and I'm not financially buoyant, and my wife says, babe, please, can you take this money to your dad? I will tell her to go and give it to my dad herself. Do you know why? It brings respect to the girl too, to your wife.
Depends on
I'm not saying
it actually depends on the kind of
the
family.
in-law. No, I'm not referring to maybe the man, maybe the woman's dad or the woman's parents.
Okay, the woman's
I'm
parents.
talking about the woman's parents.
Okay.
No, Adibin is that one. At least the in-law will be very proud
Happy.
of.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're talking about her own
Her
parents.
her family,
parents,
yeah.
Okay, so
personal parents.
probably her parents asked
Yes.
her husband
For
for
money.
money. Okay, I get the angle
yeah, I
you're
get
coming
it, I
from
get
now.
it.
But even like what you were saying with the in-laws, some people might not appreciate the fact that they asked their son, and it is the woman that. That's why I said. That's why I said it also depends on
for
the
your
family.
conscience to judge you.
That's why I said
Understand?
depends
Just
on
do
the
what
family.
do
So
what you have to do.
whatever works for the family, because there are some families that will say, so this woman is trying to make my son look like a weakling. Everybody comes from different backgrounds and people see things differently. So if your family is okay, like your husband's family is okay with you giving money to them when it was their son they asked for money in the first place, and you feel fine. But if they're not okay, you could, in fact, some people even do it stylishly. You just tell the man that I'm borrowing you this money. You know, that kind of thing. So you pay back later. Oh, sometimes he pays. Men usually pay money when
Yes,
they owe
no,
their.
we pay back.
But the women pay back.
Una never they pay back. You can never pay back. It is in fact it is impossible.
If the man did not pay, the woman will stylishly
Collect the money
back.
from the
No,
man.
woman might be
I've
like,
seen,
if your spouse gave you money, like take this for your upkeeping, you say, my dear, the money you
Gas
borrowed
don't
from
finish
me.
you. Or gas has finished. Imagine I've seen in most cases where a child will come back and say, Mom, especially those in boarding schools, Mom, our school fees is 35,000. Mom will say, okay. Say, honey, junior school fees, they keep increasing the school fees.
It's 50K.
They said it's 50,000. You can imagine, but they said when you get married, you are one. But that one, I don't understand that.
No, I'm not in support of that.
That one, I know. I'm
Me, I'm not going to say anything.
I'm not
Okay,
in support
I'm not.
of that.
I don't know whether
I know
support-
Messi likes money.
No,
Me, I'm not
Messi-
increasing.
it's not a matter
I'm
of
saying
liking
the
money.
Actual,
Damn, are you sure?
the actual, yes, I'm very sincere.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let's move
Bravo,
on.
bravo,
No,
Dami,
let's
bravo.
give her a round of applause for being a sincere person. I mean, Dami, sorry, what do you have for us this afternoon?
This is all about people coming out to give us a motivation.
These people again.
Motivational speakers.
That most of these motivational speakers, there's something about them that they tell you to do something, whereas they do the other things. This one is from Tochi. Keep everything you love privately. But he proposed.
No, he has
So
learned.
it's-
He
No,
made it
he-
so.
he learned-
Yeah,
he learned
thank
his lesson.
you.
Completely.
He learned his lesson.
Why not he? Why not he? Why don't he do that before?
No,
No.
maybe after what happened during the proposal scene, he now learned his lesson.
Yes,
Maybe
exactly.
he learned the hard way.
Exactly.
That is why-
You know, sometimes when you are advising somebody, the person might not want to take it until the person experiences it.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
the person now start telling people that, oh, if I had known, I would have listened.
Yeah, exactly. That is the case
That's
with
what
him now.
that's
He's
what
now
happens
sucking
with
his
Tochi.
own wound.
Yeah. So now he has learned his lesson and he's
He's
advising
emotionally
people.
disturbed.
And you know something about advices that come from a place of pain and hurt. Sometimes those advices are even the purest.
Yeah.
Because they don't just
They
come
talk
out
of experience.
Yes, they don't just come out of a place of let me talk.
Experience.
You know, a lot of people that
Because
are,
they give them microphone, you hear them saying, if a giant is beating you, just fall down, stand up and beat him back. You can imagine. Because they give the microphone.
I recently came across a post. I think it was a chat between, I don't know if it's a boss and his employee or something, where he said, we have a problem. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was like during the weekend. I think people were reposting it a lot on Instagram. So he messaged the boss and said, we have a problem. And the boss now said, every problem is an opportunity.
Yes.
Then the guy now responded and said, okay, sir, we have an opportunity. We have lost 10 million. Now let's know. Let's know
lost
if
10 million.
we
It's
have-
an opportunity.
It's an opportunity. So
We have lost 10
let's know if that problem. Some people,
problem is an
that is the part I'm trying to come from. Some
Yeah.
people just feel like they can't.
Feel like
Probably
motivate somebody.
they saw it in one book or they
Yeah.
saw it
They
somewhere
like to
and they
motivate.
just want to start motivating people. But people that actually say things like this comes from a place of experience,
like
like
Tochi.
like
Okay,
Tochi.
our bro Tochi, we will take your advice.
Oh,
All that.
We are sorry about what happened.
We are not going to engage anybody again or propose to anybody again in public.
We do it privately.
And we hope it's a lesson to all those people that you like doing show off. Like
You
we
know-
have
you
said
know,
about the proposal.
He said something about keeping something you love private.
Private.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At times it's very difficult to do that.
That's true.
It is very difficult because you want to
You
show
want
it
to
off.
share it
And
to the
sometimes
world.
maybe
That's true.
maybe imagine having a girlfriend and you can't keep the excitement. Most times you like to, maybe your girlfriend will say okay or your boyfriend will say okay because you don't value him. That's why you don't post. You'll be pushed to. You know, girls and their wahala and boys with their wahala, you'll be pushed to post that. That doesn't mean that you are showing off. Or it doesn't mean that you are keeping something you love private. When we talk about something we love, there are many things we love that we don't show to the world. You understand? But for me, the only thing I know that you shouldn't showcase to the world is your account balance. Don't try it.
Why would you
Don't
show
try
your
it.
account
Because
balance?
if you do, money is the most precious thing in this life. If you ask
You
me.
don't mean it.
Yes, it's most
Eh,
precious. Yes.
that's-
Apart from
that's-
life. Apart from life.
No,
money.
you say money is the most
No,
precious.
now you cannot.
That's why I said
you
do
cannot
you
show.
mean it?
You cannot post life on social media. I'm talking about something that you can post on
can
social media.
post on social
And
media.
everybody knows that means you're alive now. You don't need to post it that you're alive. You understand? So I think money is the most precious thing on this earth. So don't show people your account balance. I beg. After that, I don't think.
I
there's-
say you say one off.
Okay,
but
one
not-
off.
you.
One off.
No,
One
I
off.
didn't want
One
to.
off.
I didn't want to be the one to throw that bullet
One
to him. I
off.
wanted you
One
to
off.
help
this
me
This
out.
one an stray bullet.
Yeah.
Okay, money is one of the most.
One
important
of
things.
exactly
Yeah, so-
because
Then
then you
it's
have
about posting of a thing. You have to if the person you're in a relationship, your partner
Yeah.
likes social media,
That paparazzi.
likes you flaunting or him, or you can do that. But
If the person
if
doesn't
the
like
person did not like
I beg. Stop.
yeah, it has to be a mutual
Yeah.
agreement
Yes.
between both parties.
That's
Yeah, and
exactly.
even in situations where one person really likes showing off on social media and the other person
Don't like
no,
it.
and probably both of you guys even still have to strike a balance. You just have to know that it's not everything that you show
Yeah,
off on
yeah.
social media. Take for instance the case of the popular actress Anita Joseph and her husband. It's obvious that both of them
Both of
are
them-
social media
they are
freaks.
Social media freak.
Yeah,
That one is too much.
so both of them are social media freaks, but then they need to come to a come
They need
to
to
an
curtail
agreement.
it.
Yeah,
It's too
that we
much.
know we both love social media, but then it's not everything we show. And see, like what you rightly said, it's very difficult to keep. It's obvious that from what they are showing, they are probably in love. Yeah,
like,
and it's difficult to keep that kind of thing to
Private.
themselves. Yeah, they
So
want
they
to
want
show
the
it,
world to
but
know.
still and still, you know, it's not everybody out there that
is
means
happy
you
for
well.
you.
It's not everybody that is happy
Yes,
for you. So
yes.
we just have to be careful because crazy
Just that
things.
no matter what you do, someone will have negative.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Why
exactly.
some will have the
Yeah,
positive
positive.
part.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Arinze, do you have any gist for us this afternoon?
I don't even know if I should say if it's a gist
let's
or
hear it.
anyone. But this happened in Imo State in
Yeah.
Owerri, where I don't know if I should say it's carelessness or she intentionally did what she did. So now a woman has a woman going from Owerri to Obako in Imo State aligned the vehicle and left the child in the vehicle. So when the driver
Wait,
reached,
sorry to cut you. So she was on her way to somewhere with her child.
yes, from
and she
Owerri
left
to
the child
Obak, yes,
inside the
vehicle,
vehicle.
when everyone in the vehicle must have alighted from the vehicle.
Wow.
The driver now found out that there is a
Baby.
a little baby
Wow,
still
wow,
inside
wow.
the bus. So now I want to ask, is this carelessness? Did she for because you can't?
Are you
this
sure
is not this
she
is not a hand phone.
like-
It's not a phone that a handset that you can
Hope this
forget
thing is not
or a
that
bag.
intentional.
That's what I'm saying. Or it is not a bag. This is a human being that someone forgot inside the bus.
The boss.
The child.
And now is it that she's the last person that alighted from that bus? Because if she's not the last person, all that should have
definitely
known.
someone that
See.
I said, "Madam, this is your baby."
child.
Yeah.
So this is the story is confusing.
So first off, the story doesn't add up.
Yeah,
like you have
it's
rightly
confusing.
said, the story is kind of confusing because if it's a public vehicle, obviously she
It's
might
a
not
public
have been
vehicle,
the
actually.
only one
Yeah.
in the
Yes.
vehicle, or like what you rightly said, probably she was the last person to alight from the vehicle. Let's assume that was the case. Then secondly, see, we say it over and over again. Some people are passing through so much. I've seen instances where people forget their children inside vehicles because of frustration, and at the end of the day, these same people will now realize that, oh my God, this one is not a joke or real matter, and then they start crying, and then they start doing all sort of, people will be shouting at the woman, what happened? But she can't actually articulate what has happened to her because at that particular time, the kind of load and thinking that she has been passing through was so much, she didn't even know what she was doing anymore. In fact, sometimes you will enter a vehicle with something and then you will come down without it. You will not know until you get to your destination. That's when you say, where is my bag? Where is my this? Where's my
that was
this?
why I said if it were to be a bag, your handphone, your handset, so or any other thing. But this is a human being. It is a human being that you should have seen the baby. The driver had to take the baby to a media house to advertise.
Does she drop the baby or something? Like she's not carrying the baby.
I don't even know how.
Yeah, that could be. So probably the baby was on the chair. Probably the baby was not.
Even
on.
if the baby is on the chair, this is the same seat you are sitting. You understand? It is you can't keep your baby at the back seat while you are at the front. Your baby is sitting on the same seat with you. So how will you forget? Like Messi said, maybe she's passing through.
That is one angle, and on another part, it could also be that it was on purpose, like Dami said.
Exactly,
it could be that she no want the pikin
But
again.
why did you start what you can't finish?
Have you not heard cases of people that give birth to children at the end of the day dump them in the gutter or dump them by the river bank? We have heard a lot of these stories.
Please, all I have to say is that we should be careful. These children are God's gifts from us. No matter what you're passing through. Imagine someone got married today and in the next 10 years you don't have a kid. You'll be crying.
Yeah,
but most of them will have, even before they get married, they already have kids, and you don't value the kids the gifts that God gave to you without you asking for, without you paying for it. And sometimes how they like when you are doing your what do they call it, your breakfast show. I heard when you are saying you and doing, you are saying that a woman had to pour hot water on her own daughter. It is uncalled for. This is your own child. It is your own child. We don't need to treat these children as if they are the cause of our own problem.
Your problem.
Understand? These are God's gifts, and you don't know if they are going to be a source of blessing to you.
To you later.
They might be the one to take you out of this country.
True, very true.
Or even if you're in this country, they can make it more comfortable for you.
For you, yeah, that's very true. All right, that was it this afternoon on the Gist segment. So our hot topic will be coming to you right after the short commercial break, so stay tuned.
Yes, yes, yes. is VO Resort and Event Center. Do you need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun? Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to cap it all up, nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081-687-09103, 090-416-26640, and 091-374-23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
You're listening to the best radio station on the planet. The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
View Radio. View Radio.
View Radio.
View Radio. View Radio FM. We are the best.
One day, come on, leave this radio for me now. I enjoy this View Radio.
Hey, gida leave him for me for Pure Radio. Like me, I enjoy them for me. Haji ko na gode.
Hello. Give me the full volume of this FM. I'm enjoying this View Radio.
You're welcome back to Launch Out this afternoon on VO Ultimate FM. Don't forget that you can join us live on Facebook at Ultimate FM and like our page to get notified anytime we're live to be part of all our programs. Now, straight to our hot topic for today. Yeah, what did we discuss yesterday? That, you know how usually our teachers come to class and they start asking you, what did we talk about yesterday?
Peer pressure.
And they have to, that's why you start thinking.
Yes, your number.
That kind of thing. Yesterday we talked about peer pressure, yeah? We talked about peer pressure and how people can, peer pressure can also be positive. It doesn't always have to be a negative form of peer pressure. But then depends on you that is under that pressure. You can either take it in the negative way or you can take it in the positive way. Exactly. So that was what we talked about. Now today we're going to be talking about body shaming. Although I think as of the later part of 2021, I don't know if it actually stopped or if it just reduced a bit, because I know that especially in 2020 people got body shamed a lot, probably because of that body shaming thing. A lot of people said doing all forms of enhancement surgeries, a lot of things to make sure that they get the perfect body that they so desire, not even so desire, that people want to see. Actually, people have been talking about it and all that. But now let's talk about body shaming in detail. Now, body shaming is when in fact it's very obvious when you shame somebody because of their body shape or size. Now body shaming does not have any age, gender or whatever attached to it. It can be a male or a female, a child. In fact, a lot of children actually get body shamed, but based on their children, they cannot do anything about it, because if you speak up, you might look disrespectful, and that is where the parents come in. As a parent, like if you notice that someone is body shaming your child constantly, she's too thin, he's too fat, they are too this, they are too that, tell them to stop it, like firmly. Fatty, things like that. You have to caution the person, and a lot of parents do it so shabbily, like tell the person. They don't do those kind of things anymore. Tell that, because that is where it starts. Because trust me, children here, they see, they listen, they grow up with that notion that I'm too fat, or I'm too slim, or I'm too this. And with time, you see that it affects them. If they are not able to break out from that shell, it affects their self-esteem most times. That's why you see some children that they just keep to themselves because of the kind of things that have been said to them.
Or most of them refuse to go out.
Yeah. So because they say if I go out, people will tell me I'm too fat, or
I'm too
too thin, I'm too this and that. And that is where it starts from. Or I'm too short, or I'm too tall, I'm too, things like that. Things like that. So now let's talk about body shaming. So Dami, first of all, let me just state that there are 3 types of body shaming. There is the body shaming that is you and yourself, that you are fighting yourself. You know that kind of thing. So you are the one telling yourself that you are too fat. Nobody is actually telling you. You just look at yourself in the mirror and you don't feel beautiful. You just feel like, oh, you are too this. You just see a lot of complaints about your body. That one is you. Then there is another type of body shaming in which somebody is body shaming you in your front.
Yeah.
Like, I can be telling you, you are too short. Why are you short like this? You know.
You're actually telling me that I'm short, miss.
No, that's what I mean. It's an example. So I can actually be telling you to your face, like, you're too short. That is body shaming, like face to face. And then there's another body shaming that I could actually tell Dami, Arinze is so short. Behind your back.
Indirect.
Yeah, so you are not there,
Yeah.
but then I'm telling somebody that Arinze is so short. Can you imagine? Like, why is he so short like that? A man. Why
are you too emphasizing on this short?
Sorry. Okay, so
she's short now.
I know I'm not short.
I know that. I'm not short, please. I'm just the right height for a lady. Wow. Thank you. All right, so those are the 3 types of body shaming. Now that we have established, the types of body shaming, let's talk about the harmful effects of body shaming.
Okay. Firstly, I would say it makes someone to lose self-esteem. Like, if someone is body shaming you look down on yourself.
Yeah, true.
Like, you will not. There are some things you want to do that you will not be able to do, and it might affect the person. It might affect the person mental health, which have to be very take note of.
Yeah.
But I would say, if someone is body shaming you don't have to look down on yourself. There is another one that you yourself, you are the one that is body shaming yourself.
Yeah. That was the first one we talked about.
Nobody is body shaming you, but you just you wake up and you look at the mirror.
You are not fine. You are too this. My face is like this. How I wish my chin was longer. How I wish I had
pointed nose.
We have to appreciate. Firstly, we have to appreciate ourselves.
Yes, that is where it starts from. That's where it starts from.
Even the thin hair on your hair, you cannot create it.
Word.
So
I don't hand over.
You look like, or when you look at the mirror, say good things about yourself. Appreciate yourself. If you do that, no matter what they tell you outside, no matter what people tell you outside, you will not be ashamed of it.
Exactly.
And you will not look down on yourself.
Exactly.
And there are some of us that I talk of low self-esteem. If you have low self-esteem, there's not any whatever they talk about, say about you, you believe it.
It affects you.
Yes, it will affect you, because you will not even be able to associate with people. So you have and you have to, as a person, when you have to look at yourself truly. If you are fat, if you are too fat,
try doing some exercise.
Yes, you have to look for a way to reduce. There are some that anything they see they eat.
They chop.
Anyhow they eat,
and they're turning to being food.
Yes, and there are a lot of people that they are just fat.
Naturally.
Yeah, in fact, I see most of people that even they are fat that if they don't even eat much.
Yeah,
they don't
true.
Eat much.
And for some, it's also like a sickness.
Yes,
so
like
they have to cope with it and all that. And that is the reason why people have to be careful about the way they make comments about people's size.
Yes.
Yeah, because you don't know what the person is passing through secretly. So you just walk up to somebody and say you are too fat. Do you know if that person is battling with a sickness that is making the person gain weight? You know that kind of or you just walk and tell the person you are somebody like me. I've eaten everything you can think of in this. I have eaten it, my dear brothers and sisters. But look at me. I am still the way I am. So will you now come up to me and say you are not? In fact, recently
or that you are not eating well.
Yeah, that's the place I'm coming to. Recently, someone just that was the first time I was meeting her, and she said And do you eat at all? That was the statement that came out. Do you eat at all? Look at the way you are thin. And in my mind, I'm like, do you know me before? What's the meaning of do you eat at all? What kind of
Do
question?
you know
is
if
that
I was
one?
fatter than this?
Or do you know if I'm sick?
Yeah.
You just walk up to, you just see me for the very first time. It's not like we're even friends. Even with friends, sometimes there are some kind of comments that
Yeah,
your
you
friends
have- you
make
have your
and
limits.
they offend, they come off as offensive to you. And someone you don't know from anywhere, you just ask the person, do you eat at all?
Then lastly,
Sorry.
it causes depression.
Yeah, true.
It's called depression because there are some things you see about some people that they want to commit suicide.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, same. Because
This one touched you.
I've experienced a kind of, that girl was, as you said earlier, she's sick. She kind of sick.
Yeah.
She kind of have this disorder. Is it obesity or what is it called?
Yeah,
or
okay.
something. So she's older, bigger
Than
her
her
age.
age.
Wow.
Yeah.
So people will be like, look at you.
Oh.
What's your age that
You are
you look
even
like
older,
your mother?
older than your mother.
They are older than your mother, you can imagine. But that girl was actually, she was depressed. Then my advice to people that experience body shaming is that when someone body shame you, you don't have to fight, or you don't, just tell them in a making way that, can you create me?
Good
Simple.
response.
Then you might just, and if you hear that someone is maybe saying something that is wrong about you, confront that person.
Yeah, true.
And say and say it to their face. Then that, I mean by that, you will be able to sleep in your house and close your eyes
Exactly. All right, Arinze, quickly, can you just add to what Dami has said? Like, how do you think we can actually end body shaming? You know, but see, it has been around for a long period of time,
Yeah.
and a lot of people do it unknowingly to them. For instance, the person that asked me, do you eat at all? She might not even know that what she's doing is body shaming. She might just see it as, I saw somebody that is thin and I just said it.
Decided to talk.
I just
Because
decided to
talk
talk.
is free. You don't
You
pay
know,
for
that
it.
kind of thing. So in her mind, she didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
So how can we actually eradicate body shaming, like stop it? Although it might not be 100% possible, but then how can we reduce it?
First of all, I would like to say that even God in the Bible, they said God created man with his own image.
Yeah, in his own image.
So if you are trying to tell somebody that he's too fat, which means you are trying to insult God that God is too fat.
Some people do not even
So I know
respect religion.
yeah. So there is no actual way of eradicating
Body shaming.
shaming.
Yeah.
there is no law against it.
Yeah, exactly.
As we practice freedom of speech. But what I can assure you is that you can say there is freedom of speech. I'm sure of that. What I'm not sure about freedom after speech. You understand? That is the only thing I can say. So there is no law against telling someone that he is too fat, too thin, too short, too tall, or something like that. But I think if we can just leave people the way they are, that is the best way to eradicate it. Just mind your business.
Exactly.
And when someone tells you that maybe you are too thin, you are too fat, you don't know what that person is passing through. Most people, like the woman from my side, she had this fibroid, so her tummy was bloated.
Yeah.
Only her tummy, all parts of her body was okay. But you know, when your tummy is bigger than the rest of your body, it will be as if you are suffering from kwashiorkor or malnutrition. So it was at the latter end that we found out that this was actually what is wrong with her. Because it was as if she was pregnant for over 5 years. We are saying, which kind of picking this woman no one born like this as a child. You understand? Every time I see her, this thing happened, I think the year either 2001 or 2000.
Yeah.
Early
2000.
early 2000. So I was like, Auntie, when are you going to born? I want to carry that. I want to carry baby. So it was at the later end that we heard that she's suffering from fibroid.
And you can imagine the kind of comments that people would have been making.
After that, I'm so happy that the operation was
successful.
And they put her on a diet. Now that woman is okay.
Wow.
Her body is nice. So imagine there are hundreds and thousands of people suffering from the same thing.
Yeah.
And I have a cousin sister. The cousin sister, I know that I know it up to 10 years. But if you see her, do you know that studio door? She cannot enter there. Not that she's that fat, but she's giant. She's huge and she's tall, way more taller than me. At times, if she'll tell me, bros, let's go and buy something, I'll say I'm not going. Do you know why? Each time we go out, people will not be asking her, this your younger brother.
Your younger brother.
I'm the one that is being ashamed of myself because they don't even talk to me. They don't even body shame. It is me that they are body shaming unknowingly.
You be like,
Yes, unknowingly. So I'm not tired that. See, I'm not going anywhere. I'm tired of people insulting me as your
younger brother.
Younger brother.
Yeah.
So you don't know what people are passing through. All you have to do is leave them the way they are. Everybody have their own crisis.
Yes.
They have their own cross to carry. So if you
Yeah.
continue to body shame them, like what Dami said, you are getting them depressed.
Yeah, true.
And there are people that cannot battle depression.
Yes.
There are people that don't have the strength, the immune to fight depression. And tomorrow you hear that the person went to bed and did not come out.
Yeah, that's true.
Or the person that has committed suicide.
Suicide.
The best way to curtail all these things is if you can shape our mouth, not say everything we see.
See.
Some people like what Missy said about what the person told her that me. Do you know why I'm answering leg candy store? Me, I'm slim. So if you think you're body shaming me, I don't give myself guy name.
Exactly. Body positivity.
Imagine you want to insult me, I'm the one insulting myself. No, wait till you go. You just say, this is how they insult himself. If I insult him, it will not even get to him.
Yeah, exactly.
That is when the people call me the leg and the story. If you are listening to my sports show, that is what I call myself.
Yeah.
So imagine if you want to body shame me, and you even see me body shaming myself, what will you do? You know that whatever you say will not get to this person.
Yeah.
So if you, and for the part of the people that are being body shamed, if you can have a deaf ear to what they are saying, ignore them.
True.
Like what Dami said, unless you can create me, or even if you can create just one of my finger or my hair, then if you body shame me, it will affect me. I don't care if others are buying long jeans, me and a short one at the back.
Yeah.
The one that will enter me. You understand?
Exactly.
So I think there is no actual way of eradicating. There might be, but for me, I don't think there is a law guiding it.
Yeah.
You
So,
understand?
like Arinze had rightly said, there's really no law, but then you have just stated some ways that we as humans, as people, individuals, we can, reduce it on our own. I would just add that for people that are being body shamed, you have said it already. First of all is to love yourself, and then appreciate yourself. Yeah, appreciate yourself the way you are, regardless of what people say about you. Don't take it to heart. Just appreciate yourself. And for people that are still finding it difficult, to thrive, in as much as they are being body shamed, you could seek professional help.
Yeah.
You understand? You can talk to people about it, people that are experienced. So that way they'll be able to guide you on ways. There are several ways. There's what we call, self-affirmation. You can wake up every day, look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, you are beautiful, you are this. You see that with time, you start believing those words you say, because those words register in your mind, and then you start really getting used to it. So then those kind of things, professionals can help you out with them. So the earlier we start doing that, the better for us. All right, do you guys have any closing words before we wrap up?
Like I would like to say, show more light to what Arinze says. It's not everything you see.
You see, yeah, that's
there are a lot
true.
of things that you just have to. You see, but
Or you don't have to be close about it. Exactly. Arinze, any last words?
For people that are being body shamed, like we talk about peer pressure yesterday. For people that are being body shamed, don't take it to heart. As long as you are doing the right things to get better, as long as you are taking the right diet, maybe you want to add some flesh or you want to reduce, as long as you are doing the right things,
And as long as you are okay with yourself, the way you
you
are.
understand? No, I'm talking about the people that wants to add
Okay.
or reduce. As long as you are doing the right thing, or as long as you like yourself. See, there are advantages and disadvantages of things. Imagine for people that said, for the 5 people that are telling that you are too lean or you're too slim, there are some doors you enter that will not enter.
Exactly.
That is just it. There are some doors, but for people that are slim and telling that you are too fat, there is a place you see that they cannot sit. So you have your own advantage, they have their own advantage. Don't let anybody belittle you and make you feel like you are worthless. Nobody in this life is worthless, no matter who you are.
Exactly.
Understand? Okay, imagine Aki and Popo. They are short, but now they are millionaires.
Exactly.
Had it been they took that body shaming to heart, they would be hiding inside.
Exactly.
Nobody would like to see them.
Thank you.
understand?
That's
So
that's just it. All right, that was it this afternoon on Launch Hour on VO Ultimate FM. Join us again tomorrow for another interesting episode. We have another great hot topic coming for you, so join us again. Do have a great day. Bye.